Hey guys, it's Maura, and welcome to part 18 of my walkthrough of Where in Time Is Carmen Sandiego. So today I'm playing case 18, which takes place in 1961 during the time of Yuri Gagarin, who was the first man in space. And so this is the penultimate case in the game, or rather, the last official case before the chase of Carmen herself. Now, I said at the beginning of my walkthrough that there were 18 cases consisted in this game, and I was both wrong and right, you could probably put it, because there are officially 18 cases, but then there's also the Carmen Sandiego chase. So if you want to count that, then there's 19. So I can say, like, this is the last case, or the penultimate one, the second to last. But I guess I'll just say, yeah, this is the penultimate case in the game. Just the one before the chase of Carmen herself. So I'm just going to go ahead, click my name, and play game. So let's get started.
You're headed for the early 1960s and Star City, USSR. Yuri Gagarin is supposed to be blasting off as the first man in space, but there's a problem. He's not on board his rocket. There's got to be a very clever criminal behind this.
And this is our final case with Ivan Idea. All of the good guides except Politics have 4 cases, so this is the last one with him. And so all 9 of Carmen's crooks have been caught, so there's only one criminal who could be behind this, and that's Carmen herself. There she is!
Looking for something, time snoopers?
Time snoopers.
Well,
nice one.
With your little Chrono, Skimmer, so you could have it back. That is, if you could find where I've stashed it. Oh, and don't mind me. I'll just be making my getaway. Have fun.
Holy time tunnels! We almost had Carmen in our cuffs, but she slipped away.
Star City, we have problem. It seems the rocket has experienced some tampering. We thought postpone until further notice.
Tampering, eh? Sounds like quite a time crime. Let's check it out.
Alright, so Carmen is behind it, just as I suspected, but she got away. So let's see how we can patch things up here to get history back on track with Yuri. So let's go outside.
This big ship is called the Vostok 1, and that little fella is Yuri Gagarin, Russian cosmonaut. According to history, he's about to be the first man in space.
Suffering Soviet catastrophe. While boarding my rocket, I noticed an unauthorized woman messing with the equipment and had to abort the launch. Now I can't strap back into my capsule until the computer clears me for takeoff.
Uh-oh. Yuri Gagarin, the first man almost into space. Won't sound too good in the history books. Let's get to work.
Okay, let's talk to Yuri then.
Where's tampered with my rocket? I thought this site was secure.
So you thought.
I am Yuri Gagarin, Soviet cosmonaut, soon to be famous cosmonaut, once that countdown starts counting again. Soon, I will be the first person launched into space. Laika went before me, of course, but she was only a dog. They chose me to be the first human. Like any Soviet cosmonaut, I am highly trained and qualified. Mission Control also thinks my photo will look good in newspapers around the world. Perhaps it is my boyish smile?
I imagine, though, it's more because he's well-trained and qualified.
Yes, I won't get back in until I'm sure it's safe. After all, one little mistake, and boom! Yuri becomes permanent space cadet. No, thank you. Not until countdown begins again. When that flight simulation computer at Mission Control says that Vostok will launch without problems, then I will cram back into my capsule.
Alright, let's ask all the remaining questions.
Well, you could run a flight simulation on the Mission Control computer. If it works, the countdown will start, and I will be able to re-enter my rocket and blast off. It simulates a rocket flight plan using a series of special cards. If the cards are ordered correctly, the simulation will run successfully and the Vostok countdown will begin again.
Okay, so I didn't point it out there, but you may have noticed that back in the mission control room, there was a computer and a series of cards. We'll have to put those in the specific order to help Yuri get back on track.
Yes, problems you will not have. It is not rocket science.
Actually, it is rocket science.
Actually, it is rocket science.
So it is.
Oh, ironic.
Perhaps you would like to tour the Vostok and learn its secrets?
Yeah, let's do that.
Basic concept of a rocket flight is not simple. First, rocket roars up into space. Small capsule catches and begins orbiting around the Earth with one smiling Russian inside. Eventually, orbiting capsule slows down. Re-entering atmosphere, it crashes down to Earth. Boom! But hopefully, Comrade Yuri will float softly down in parachute instead.
Alright, so let's look around the place so we can get an idea of how to put the cards in the correct sequence, just by looking at all the items, and we'll have to go up a couple of times, but first let's just click on what's here.
These are the booster rockets which propel the rocket upwards at escape velocity into outer space. Once in orbit, the booster...
What Yuri says about them will give clues about the order of the cards then, based on what each card represents.
The flames of the booster rockets to help lift Vostok off the ground.
Mission Control will use that antenna dish to keep in contact with the orbiting Vostok rocket and fly it by remote control.
Let's go up then and see what there is to see.
We've opened a hatch.
So we'll open the hatches here and let's then click on what's in them.
That crimson word means Vostok in Russian, you know.
We've opened a hatch.
Now what these items here in the rocket tower don't give us an exact clue of the correct sequence. We just have to sort of figure it out our own then by knowing what we're looking at here.
Those crucial oxygen tanks must activate when I reach orbit.
Just from start to finish. Well, I'll get to it when we get to the cards then.
These retro rockets slow down my speeding capsule when it is time to come back to Earth. Otherwise, I skip over atmosphere and fly into deep space. Forever.
Oh, no one wants to be a permanent space cadet.
What are those?
Tanks. You're welcome.
You are most amusing astronauts. No, those are fuel tanks. They hold kerosene and liquid oxygen, which mix together as the first step in a rocket flight.
That's no crazy straw. It's a fuel line that pipes liquid oxygen and kerosene into the rocket tanks.
Go up to the last bit. Here's another hatch to open.
Hatch open.
Yeah, some things here, like we see beneath these hatches, will be mentioned on the cards for help us figure out the correct sequence. Capsule and the heat shield, oxygen tanks.
Capsule re-enters the atmosphere. I eject from it in my ejector seat and parachute safely to the ground.
Okay, we're as up as we can go.
This elevator won't make orbit anytime soon. We're at the top.
Yeah.
These tower supports hold Vostok in place and fall away when it roars into space. Unfortunately, Yuri can do no flying without new flight plans.
Here's an interesting thing. It seems when we go up, their places seem to change a bit, like they move a little further out, and Yuri's skin tone has changed, is like a little brighter here as to when he's on the ground.
That peaceful blue sky is the thin layer of atmosphere surrounding Earth. With our help, Yuri will soon be orbiting beyond that blue, in the vacuum of space.
Yeah, here, see, they move now down this way, and you look here, now he's just smiling here with his mouth closed, and see, he's kind of brightly colored, so then when I go back down, see, now they move back a little bit, and now he's a little less bright in color. Alright, we've seen all we need to see, so let's go to mission control, work on those cards. Okay, so let's see, these cards are retro rockets, parachute, detached boosters, mixed fuel, heat shield, ejector seat, ignite fuel oxygen card. Well, as best as I can remember then, best way to start off is mixing the
This
fuel,
punch card tells the computer to mix the fuel tanks.
followed by ignite fuel card. But we have to put them in the correct sequence and then push the button, because if we start it, it'll then, we have to start again, keep going, because it'll say, even if this card's correct, we need to have this space filled. So I think it goes mix, ignite, then detach the boosters.
This punch card tells the computer to detach the main booster rockets. This punch card tells the computer to ignite the fuel for takeoff.
Yeah, so that's what Ivan can say is also a clue there, to attach boosters, and then I think oxygen will have to come next.
This punch card tells the computer to turn on the oxygen.
Yeah, because then once the boosters are detached, the oxygen needs to be turned on for him. Let's see, and then I think
This punch card tells the computer to
fire the retro rockets. And the heat shield.
This punch card tells the computer to use the heat shield.
And then finally, the last two are the easiest. Ejector.
This punch card tells the computer to eject the ejector seat.
And the parachute, of course. That's what makes it so easy at the end, so easy. That he'll eject from the rocket and parachute to the ground. And so now let's press the button. You should be in the correct order.
How about we run a simulated flight, Inspector?
It'll keep going if it's correct. So like it's saying things like successful, meaning I've got it correct. But then if you put in the wrong card in afterwards, it'll tell you like something like that's going too fast, or something along those lines. Or like an alarm will sound too. Heat shield protects the capsule. Ejecting from capsule. Yeah, because heat shield needs to be on, because then for him to be ejected. Safe landing. So I did it.
This is totally excellent. The computer simulation verified we have a healthy rocket.
All right.
The countdown is running again.
Got it right, so now it should be running again. And let's go.
Wait a second, Inspector. I feel like we're forgetting something. Let's take a look at the
Computer
final
simulation report.
Well, let's check out the final report. Coaxial defibrillator in alignment, inertial insulation active, and... Hey, wait a minute! What's this on the other side? Holy mackerel! It's a note from Carmen Sandiego!
Uh-oh. She put it in the rocket. Put the Chrono Skimmer in the rocket.
Bummer! I think Carmen may have put the Chrono Skimmer in the rocket,
Ay.
which is about to blast
Did she even expect us to get it in time?
Star City, this is Comrade Yuri Gagarin, ready for final countdown at T-minus... what are you comrades doing back here? I'm about to finally...
He uses the word comrade a lot.
Sorry, Yuri. Someone stashed something important in here, and we've got to find it.
Well, by Lenin, we just hurry. This is a solo mission. 3 comrades in the capsule is a count.
Okay, I know where the Chrono Skimmer is, but I just want to look at everything in here first, even though Yuri will tell me to hurry up.
Control plans to fly the rocket by remote control. But Yuri has a secret password that lets him unlock and use the manual controls if something goes wrong.
Hurry, find your object
Then
and
go, please.
Through that portal, Yuri will get his first glimpse of the Earth from space. Our time device isn't there.
Comrades, running out of time.
That's the ejector seat. Good for 1 cosmonaut, but no Chrono Skimmer. Nice radio. Negative on the Chrono Skimmer.
Oh, Mama, you must
Mama, you
Oh, it's an early model TV camera, but no Chrono Skimmer here.
Hurry, find your object and go, please.
Okay, well, his main fuel supply is this, his food locker, and that's just where the Chrono Skimmer is.
Of course! Yuri's main fuel supply isn't rocket fuel, it's human fuel. Food!
There it is! We got it!
Woohoo! We got the Chrono Skimmer!
Oh, da, fantastic.
Oh, da, fantastic.
Don't forget to close the door.
Sounds like Dracula there almost, with that accent.
Right, we're out of here. Good luck, Yuri. Way cool! Yuri Gagarin has blasted toward his proper orbit in world history. And now that we've got the Chrono Skimmer, we can tunnel through time directly to chase down Carmen Sandiego. Let's go!
All right.
Excellent work. Not only did you get Yuri out into space on time, but you retrieved Acme's most important crime-fighting device, the Chrono Skimmer. For that, I'm proud to promote you to the highest rank a time pilot can achieve. You are now a time sleuth. Ta-da!
That's the highest rank we can achieve.
But there's no time for basking in your glory. Carmen is still out there, traveling the time tunnels, and until she's locked away, history won't be safe. Your next case will be your biggest. Chasing Carmen herself. Say you'll take it right now.
Well, since this is the final part to end chasing down Carmen herself, how can I say no to that? So I am just gonna end the video right here before I even make the choice to say yes, and I'll cut it off here and begin the next video with me selecting yes. So hope you guys enjoyed watching this just as much as I enjoyed playing it, and I'll see you in the final part, the chase for Carmen Sandiego.